Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to another preview now. Of course, it's that game again that comes around on the calendar. Leeds United versus Middlesbrough FC takes place tomorrow night, of course, at the Riverside Stadium. You know, for a season with both teams, really, one's at like the foot of the table, if you like. Well, not so much the foot of the table, 20th. Of course, Leeds are second, been up there all season, and as the Leeds fans have said on social media pages, to myself as well, that if they do not do it this season, that they will not do it for a fair few seasons. So yeah, second because that's where I also want to be, and of course I want to get back to the big time after being in the Championship for long enough. Of course, the Borough, we all know what kind of season we're in for. It's going to be a tough season. Hopefully we can avoid the relegation. Still plenty of games to play, so hopefully we can move away from where else we are and try and get mid-table. You know, and just try and have a decent finish. High is what we can possibly get. Of course, Joffrey will get first season. It was ever going to be a promotion season. We knew this, but hopefully it's going to be one to spend inside of League One next season. That's the most important thing now. As always, bringing sort of facts about Leeds and about Middlesbrough. And one fact to go off, which might change tomorrow, who knows. Borough have not lost to Leeds at home since the 1-0 defeat in 2015. So that's something maybe to go off for tomorrow. If it brings us any sort of luck, then maybe. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. The last 5 games, they've been okay-ish, but a bit inconsistent, you would say. They've won 2, drawn 1, and lost 2. They lost to Nottingham Forest 2-0. Wigan at home 1-0. Brentford away, they drew 1-1. And then they beat Reading at home 1-0. And Bristol at home 1-0. I believe the Reading result was like their latest result. I think they come off the back of 2 1-0 wins. Which of course is back to winning ways, because after that sort of Forest result, I remember did they slip out of second and go to third or something like that. I remember their sort of fan base was a little bit sort of like, oh, here we go again sort of thing. But now of course I think they're pretty much 5 points clear, 6 points clear of third. And moving up the table pretty nicely for them. Of course the Borough, we're sort of slipping slowly down the table each and every game, and it is quite a worrying thing as Borough fans. Of course our last home win was Boxing Day against Huddersfield, and of course our last sort of away win came at Preston January the 1st, so it is worrying that we're about to go into March, and if we don't win tomorrow, then we haven't won at home for like 3 months nearly, so that is quite a worry. We're kind of hoping that things get turned around. Of course, you know, playing a sort of team that's up there this season, you know, as we have done this season so far, we've often done well, but of course, you know, inside the reverse fixture across the 4-0 at Ellen Road, wasn't so much that great compared to the other results that we've had against teams that are up there fighting. You know, West Brom away, we beat them 2-0. We beat Preston away 2-0. You know, games that, you know, with teams and people and pundits don't really expect Borough to go and win. We have done. Of course, our 4-0 defeat, it was a 4-0 defeat. You know, half a team at the time. You know, a lot of players injured. For right now, I don't think we've got any excuses of, if we get beat tomorrow, there is no excuses. I think we're only losing 2 players, Dykesdale and Ayala. And they haven't featured for a long time in this team. I don't think they play against Leeds, so there you go. So I think they've been out for a fair few months. So if we lose tomorrow, I guess that the better team won. I guess that's one thing you could say. And obviously, if we win, then it is a huge boost to us. And listen, it's a move up the table, and that's where we want to be. Moving up as far as we can get, as fast as we can. Of course, they're on 62 points as well. Leeds, of course, the Borough, 20th, 37 points, and a win could take us 18th. So, you know, try and move away from the relegation zone. That's the most important thing for us. Top goal scorers for Leeds, ex-boy Patrick Bamford's on 12 and 2. Now, Leeds fans out there, you know, do you still like Patrick Bamford? I remember when Eddie Nketiah came in. I know a lot of Leeds fans sort of favoured him over Patrick Bamford. Of course, he's gone back to Arsenal now, and he seems to be doing okay at Arsenal. But of course, with having Patrick Bamford, is he your main man? Listen, are you happy with him, or would you rather see yourself going back to someone else inside the summer and maybe try and replace Patrick Bamford? But at the minute, 12 goals isn't bad at all. Harrison, of course, ex-Borough as well. Of course, he came here on loan. He's got 5 goals and 6 assists. And to be fair, this season he's done really well on the wing. You know, he's really showing his own and growing into his own sort of player. And like I say, he's a very good player, Jack Harrison. And of course, Hernandez, too good for the Championship in my opinion. I think he's probably stayed at Leeds in the hope that, you know, a promotion might be back on the cards for them, because, of course, I believe he came from a Premier League team in Swansea, and Swansea was still in the Prem, I believe. Of course, dropped down to Leeds. And like I say, Hernandez is a wicked player. I don't actually know if he's fit for tomorrow. I've actually checked out their sort of injuries or anything, but as much as I do know that he is actually class. So yeah, Hernandez, 5 goals and 4 assists. In terms of my team tomorrow, I pretty much go attacking. We're at home, why not have a go? There's no point really us sitting back and trying to be reserved. At the end of the day, we're down there, we're fighting now. We're sort of getting brought into sort of relegation scrap. 3 points off Wigan, who of course are inside the relegation zone. So it's important that we try and go into this game positive minded and just try and get something from it. Even if it's a draw, I think even a point against a team from the top 2 is not a bad point, if I'm honest with you. Of course, Leeds are going to be coming here, hopefully expecting 3 points. But of course, we need to try and get some points of our own tomorrow. And I say a point I'll be out with, 3 points to be over the moon with, and a defeat. A defeat would be painful, just in terms of we're about to be outside the league table. If Wigan can go to Reading and get a win, then that really causes stir for us. If Barnsley can go to Hull and get a win, again, that's a massive problem. And I believe Huddersfield are at home, but I'm not sure if they're playing tonight or tomorrow. Of course, Huddersfield are below us by a point. Team for tomorrow then, pairs in goal, Shotton, Harold and Fry. I'm going to put Spency back in the right wing back, Coulson at left wing back, Johnny Howson, of course, ex-Norwich, ex-Leeds, Lewis Wing, Ravel Morrison, Fletcher and Nemecha. The reasons why we're playing Nemecha over Bretson Bolonga. Bretson Bolonga for me is a lazy striker. For 15 million quid, he's not the sort of get up and go striker that I thought Boro would have signed. And so far, whilst we've had him, he doesn't really jump for any headers. He doesn't really make them runs that often. Whereas whenever the match is playing, he does make that run. He's a burst of energy up the front of the pitch, and he's got the pace. So yeah, that'll be my 11 for tomorrow. In terms of prediction, everybody's expecting us to get beat tomorrow. Everyone's saying that's pretty much written on. Everyone's saying it's pretty much written on the walls. In terms of a defeat tomorrow. I don't know. Listen, it's going to be one of them games where it just depends on which Borough turns up. If it's the same Borough turn up against West Brom and Preston, then I can say Borough can get the win. If it's the same that turn up against Luton, Wigan and Barnsley, then I say listen, it's going to be a whitewash again. It's all about which kind of Borough turns up. I'll sit on the fence and go for a 1-1. Yeah, I'll go for a 1-1 tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of I don't know which Borough's going to turn up. At the same time, I don't know what Leeds is going to turn up. Of course, Leeds this season have been beaten by Wigan at home, which no one expected. Going to be by Nottingham Forest away, which again, I don't think anybody really expecting to get beat 2-0. I think people probably expect them to score a goal. But for that thing to happen, yeah, I think that will kind of shock people as well. So I'll sit on the fence. I'll go for a 1-1. What do you think? Comment down below. Check out my social medias, link inside the description. Drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys for the review tomorrow night. And I say Leeds fans, safe travels to Riverside Stadium. It's another good one. And yeah, let's all get home safe after the game. And overall, enjoy the 90 minutes of football. So yeah, peace out, people. See you soon.